Today I'm going to show you how to make my favorite blueberry muffin recipe. So this is a really soft little cake speckled with blueberries and topped off with a beautiful cinnamon sugar streusel topping. Now this recipe is very easily customizable, so if you don't like blueberries or if they're not in season, you can replace them with chocolate chips or frozen raspberries or fresh raspberries. It's just a great all-purpose muffin recipe, and I'm super excited to share this with you. Now, two things to keep in mind. First of all, the full recipe along with all of the other recipes from this YouTube channel are on my blog at hotchocolatehits.com, so you can find them all there. You don't need to take notes or anything. The second thing is that I post a lot of updates and sneak peeks on my Instagram account, and that's the best way to contact me. So if you're interested, you can follow me there. I'm at hotchocolatehits. And before we get started, one more thing. I would like to thank my friends Emily, Michelle, and Hannah for letting me film this video at their house, because you'll notice that I didn't actually film it at my house, so huge thank you to them. And now, without further ado, let's get started. We're going to start by combining our dry ingredients, so mix together 1.5 cups or 210 grams of all-purpose flour with 1/2 cup or 135 grams of sugar. Now I'm using brown sugar, but regular white sugar works just fine as well. Next, toss in 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and now let's just take a second to admire my friend's measuring spoons, followed by 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now I decided to mix it up today, so I'm firstly flavoring these muffins with the zest of 1 lemon, which is essentially just grated lemon peel. This is around 2 teaspoons. And here's the spice that's really been blowing my mind in baking, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cardamom, which gives these muffins a warm and homey flavor. Think cinnamon, but next level. Both of these are optional, of course, but if you're in the mood for a little flavor punch, do try these out. And give the ingredients a quick stir, and when everything is thoroughly mixed, it's time to add in the wet ingredients. So this is 1 large egg, and then you can trickle in 1/3 cup, around 80 ml of buttermilk. Regular milk works just fine as well, whatever you have on hand. I'm adding in 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, but you could use olive oil, even coconut oil. Any kind of oil would work, just as long as it doesn't have too strong of a flavor. I'm also adding in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now I'm folding in 1 cup, or around 200 grams of fresh blueberries. If you prefer, you can try this recipe with raspberries or really any other kind of berry that you have. Nuts are fine too. This is a really versatile muffin recipe. And now the batter is ready. Just make sure not to overmix it, and you can set that aside for a bit. And now we're gonna get started on the crumb streusel topping, and this is really what makes these muffins 5-star bakery material. Stir together 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, around 70 grams, with 1/3 cup or around 70 grams of sugar. I'm using brown sugar again, but regular white sugar is fine, and 1/2 cup or 70 grams of chopped nuts. Pecans or walnuts work beautifully. I'm using pecans. Also add in 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Mix these ingredients with 1/4 cup or 50 grams of soft butter at room temperature. You can see that I started off using a spoon, but then I switched to my hands when I realized that it was a lot easier and frankly a lot more fun. Make sure your hands are clean, of course, and you'll end up with a mixture that resembles the likes of a thick cookie dough. So now you are finally ready to bake everything. Wasn't that hard. So I have here a muffin tray with paper liners. You're gonna fill each liner around 2/3 of the way full with the muffin batter. These make 12 muffins in total. Make sure that each muffin has a good amount of blueberries. And now for the crumb topping. You have to distribute it evenly between the muffins. I do around 1 tablespoon to 1.5 tablespoons per muffin, and just make sure to crumble it up a bit with your fingertips. Bake the muffins for 20 to 25 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit, or until they are a beautiful golden brown color. And when you insert a toothpick in, it should come out clean. Just make sure that you're not piercing a blueberry. Let these cool slightly before eating, but we all know that a warm blueberry muffin, maybe with a nice cup of coffee, is the perfect way to start your morning. These are light, fluffy, packed with blueberries. The lemon and cardamom add a new depth of flavor that you won't want to miss, and that slight crunch from the streusel topping is to die for. These will take your day from a 1 to a 100. That's how good they are. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I do. Now remember, the full recipe is on the blog at hotchocolatehits.com. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and I love reading your comments, so let me know what you thought and what you would like to see me make in the future, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.